Prior to delving into the dramatic events that transpired on September 17, it is imperative that we first investigate the turbulent history that exists between Steffy Forrester and Hope Logan. More than a decade has passed since they first began competing against one another, and the focal point of their conflict is Liam Spencer. A complex web of feelings, betrayals, and shifting allegiances has been created as a result of the two women's continuous competition for his attention over the course of several years. She was born into the Forrester lineage, with the great fashion empire at her feet. Steffy Forrester, who is the daughter of Rich Forrester and Taylor Hayes, was born into the Forrester family. Steffy exemplifies the luxurious yet volatile life of a Forrester, since she is not only known for her fiery resolve, but also for her independence and her financial savvy. In contrast, Hope Logan is the offspring of Brooke Logan and Deacon Sharp. Hope Logan is the daughter of the two. Steffy's more realistic and aggressive approach to life and love has frequently come into conflict with her characteristics, which include the desire for a traditional family life, idealism, and purity. Steffy has often found herself in conflict with her. Over the course of their relationship, they have experienced a fluctuating level of conflict regarding Liam, with both women taking turns being with him. Kelly Spencer is the daughter that Steffy and Liam have together. Steffy was married to Liam for a period of time. On the other hand, Hope was eventually successful in winning Liam's affection, and the two of them now have a daughter together, Beth. Despite the fact that this conflict has been resolved, the anger that Steffy and Hope have harbored for one another has never completely faded, and their relationships have always been fraught with tension. Following the unfolding of the events that took place on September 17, it is becoming increasingly apparent that this long-standing rivalry is poised to take a tragic turn. After making efforts to... A conflict that has been building up for several weeks is about to take place, and the stage is set. It is at Forrester Creations that Steffy and Hope finally meet face to face, and the tension that exists between them is already evident. Hope is visibly on edge, conscious that this conversation might have far-reaching ramifications, while Steffy exudes confidence and resolve while dressed in her distinctive power attire. Steffy is outfitted in her signature power ensemble. At no point does Steffy squander any time. "Hope, we want to talk," she continues, maintaining a steady but stern tone in her voice. "I have allowed things to continue for an excessive amount of time, and I have made an effort to maintain peace. However, this situation with Liam, Kelly, and Thomas is rapidly escalating out of control." Hope gives a slight nod, but she does not speak since she is aware of the gravity of Steffy's tone. Although she is aware that Steffy has been keeping her mouth shut, she is not totally certain of what is going to happen next. A big breath is taken by Steffy before she continues. "Hope, you have already made your decisions. You have made the decision to pursue this matter with Thomas and Liam, and you are the only ones who know about it. However, I cannot allow my daughter to be pulled into this mess. I cannot allow it to happen. Kelly requires stability, and at the moment, she is being ripped apart by all of the uncertainty that your relationship with Liam is causing." Now that Steffy's comments have struck their target, the ultimatum is starting to take shape. Hope is the subject of Steffy's gaze as she adds, "I'm giving you a choice," and her eyes lock onto Hope's. "Either you make a complete commitment to salvaging your marriage to Liam, or you decide to walk away. On the other hand, you can't have it both ways. Liam is deserving of improvements, and Kelly is deserving of a father who is not perpetually split between two different women." As Hope takes in the weight of Steffy's remarks, her demeanor becomes increasingly pallid. As she comes to the realization that Steffy is no longer willing to remain on the sidelines, she is taken aback. Hope must either put an end to her emotional entanglements with Thomas and begin rebuilding her relationship with Liam, or she must step aside and allow Liam to find peace elsewhere. The choice is very apparent. The tone of Steffy's voice softens significantly as she continues. "Hope, I'm not saying this to hurt you. On the other hand, I have seen my daughter suffer as a result of the tension that exists between you and Liam, and I will not allow that issue to persist. It is necessary for you to make a choice." Hope finds herself in a state of disbelief as Steffy gives her ultimatum. The weight of Steffy's remarks bears down on her, and she is compelled to confront the decisions that she has made over the course of the past few months. Even if she did not anticipate them, her feelings for Thomas have been genuine. Despite the fact that she is unable to ignore the connection that she has developed with him, she is aware that her heart is still with Liam. Over the course of some time, Hope has been experiencing an internal conflict, and Steffy's ultimatum compels her to confront the truth about the consequences of her choices. Is it possible for her to fully separate herself from Thomas, the individual who has been there for her and believed in her when she required it the most? Alternately, does she owe it to Liam to fight for their marriage and the family that they have created together? Holt's priorities continue to be called into question as a result of her talk with Steffy. In the days leading up to this occasion, Hope had been uncertain about whether she should continue her work with Thomas or whether she should put some distance between herself and him in the event that she wanted to rebuild her marriage. However, Steffy's ultimatum has made it very obvious that she cannot continue to exist in a state of limbo. She is forced to make a decision, and regardless of the choice she takes, someone will suffer the consequences. "Steffy, I understand what you're saying," Hope finally says, her voice laced with emotion as she acknowledges her understanding. However, it is not as straightforward as that. Despite the fact that I have always cared about Liam, our relationship has not been the same in recent times. Thomas, on the other hand, has been there for me in ways that I never anticipated before. Even if she is understanding, Steffy's demeanor is still severe. I am aware of that, Hope. But you, Thomas, or even Liam aren't the only ones who are affected by this. Kelly is the subject of this communication, and I will not allow her to become a victim of whatever is going on between the three of you. Liam Spencer is in a precarious situation as the drama that is unfolding between Steffy and Hope becomes exponentially more intense. Both of the ladies, whom he loves passionately in their own unique ways, have been a source of conflict for him for a very long time. Despite the fact that his marriage to Hope has been the driving force behind his feeling of stability and purpose, his history with Steffy is compounded by the fact that they have a daughter together named Kelly. The recent events that have taken place regarding Thomas and Hope, on the other hand, have caused Liam to question everything. The emotional engagement that Hope has had with Thomas has caused the foundation of their marriage to be undermined, and although he wants to trust in their future together, he is unable to ignore the growing distance that exists between them. Over the course of the previous few weeks, Liam has been attempting to reconcile his feelings. However, as Steffy's ultimatum to Hope draws near, he comes to the realization that a resolution may finally be present. Everyone has been forced to face the reality as a result of Steffy's need for clarity. There is no longer any tolerance for either ambiguity or pledges that are only partially made. As Liam considers the circumstances, he arrives at the realization that he is split between his feelings for Hope and the profound connection he shares with Steffy. He is aware that regardless of the choice that is taken, it was